Hi YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be making this beautiful lace rabbit hat piece. It's super easy and quick. All you need is some scrape yarn of your choice, a crochet hook that fits the yarn, and a frame that fits your final product. Now without further ado, let's begin. First, we start with a magic circle. You can do it whichever way you like, it doesn't really matter. Chain 4, then we make a triple crochet into the magic circle. This will work as 2 triple crochets together, moving forward. Now we'll chain 2 and 2 triple crochet together into the magic circle. Then we chain 3 and make 1 double crochet. That double crochet would be the center stitch of the whole piece. Then we chain 3, make 2 triple crochets together, chain 2, 2 triple crochets together. So basically it's the same stitches but reverse the orders. After we finish the first row, just pull the yarn tight and secure the magic circle. Now row 2. First we'll make a chain 1, turn, make a slip stitch into the chain 2 space, chain 4 and a triple crochet into the same space. Chain 2 and 2 triple crochets together into the same space. I will call this a triple crochet cluster moving forward. Chain 2 and make 1 triple crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then repeat 2 times, so at the end we'll have 3 triple crochets in the same chain 3 space. Chain 2 and 1 triple crochet into the center stitch. Chain 2 again and 1 triple crochet in the next chain 3 space and repeat twice, so we have another 3 triple crochet in the same chain 3 space. Chain 2 and 1 triple crochet cluster into the final chain 2 space. Just in case you're not familiar with the terms, a triple crochet cluster is 2 triple crochet together, chain 2 and 2 triple crochet together in the same space. And there you go, row 2 is finished. Moving on to row 3, again we'll chain 1, turn, make a slip stitch into the space, and make another triple crochet cluster. All the chain 4s at the beginning of the row will work as a triple crochet. Now let's chain 3. Skip the 2 chains and make another triple crochet onto the next stitch. Chain 3 and a double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat one more time. Chain 3 and a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3 again, a double crochet in the center stitch. Chain 3, another double crochet in the center stitch. So this forms a V-stitch. On the other side, we just repeat the same stitches in a reverse order. And again, we'll finish the row with the treble crochet cluster in the last chain 2 space. Now row 4. As usual, we'll chain 1, turn, slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and make 1 treble crochet cluster into the same chain 2 space. Now chain 3 and 1 treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 3 again, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Again chain 3 and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3 again and make 6 double crochets in the chain 3 space between the 2 stitches of the V-stitch. Chain 3, double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3 again and another double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3, triple crochet in the next. Then to finish this row again, we'll have chain 3 and a triple crochet cluster into the last chain 2 space of the cluster in the previous row. And this is row 4. Row 5. Again, we're starting with the triple crochet cluster. Next, we'll chain 4 and repeat 1 double crochet onto the stitch and chain 4 and 1 double crochet, chain 4 until we reach the 6 double crochets in the center. In the next 6 stitches, we will do 6 double crochets and chain 1 between each of the stitches. Now we chain 4. Make a double crochet into the next stitch and chain 4, double crochet in the next stitch until we reach the last cluster. And again, we will finish this row with a triple crochet cluster into the last chain 2 space. Now welcome to row 6. Again, we are starting this row with a triple crochet cluster. Chain 3 and put a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3 again and make a double crochet cluster into the next stitch. So a double crochet cluster, it's 2 double crochets together, chain 2 and another 2 double crochet together into the same stitch. Chain 3, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 3 again and make another double crochet cluster into the next stitch. Chain 3 and 1 double crochet into the center chain space. Chain 3 again and a double crochet cluster in the last stitch of this 6 double crochet thing. So because the rabbit head is symmetrical, so you get the idea how everything should be symmetric. So after the chain 3, the next stitch will be a double crochet and chain 3 and a double crochet cluster. And when you come to the end of this row, again we will do a triple crochet cluster in the last chain 2 space. Start row 7 with another triple crochet as usual. Then chain 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2 and 1 double crochet cluster into the next chain 2 space. That is the top of the double crochet cluster in the previous row. Chain 3 and a V-stitch in the next stitch. That is 1 double crochet, chain 3 and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Just like this. Chain 3 again and a double crochet cluster into the next chain 2 space. Chain 2 and 1 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. chain 2 again and another double crochet in the next chain 3 space. Chain 2 and a double crochet cluster into the next chain 2 space. Next we'll have the chain 3 and the V-stitch, chain 3, double crochet cluster. Just repeat the other side. And this is how it looks like when you finish row 7. Row 8. Now we've come to the eyes of the rabbit. Again, we are starting the row with the triple crochet cluster. Chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then chain 1 again and 1 double crochet cluster in the next chain 2 space on top of the cluster. Chain 1 again and make 1 double crochet into the chain 3 space of the V-stitch, and chain 1, 1 double crochet, repeat 5 times in the same space. So there will be 5 double crochet stitches into the same chain space and 1 chain in between each of the stitches. Maybe we should call it a fan. Anyway, we chain 1 and make another double crochet cluster into the next double crochet cluster. After that, we will chain 3 and make 1 double crochet into the center chain 2 space. Chain 3 again and 1 double crochet cluster into the next cluster space. The rest is just repeat the other side in a reverse order. Chain 1 in between each of the special stitches and end the row with a treble crochet cluster. The pattern itself is not complicated, but it's just like really hard to translate it into like verbal descriptions. I'm sure you understand what I mean by now. That's why I try to put them into descriptions on the screen, so even if you miss like what I said, you can still understand what's next. Or if you don't want to hear me talk about it all the time, just hit the mute button and follow the written descriptions. Welcome to row 9. And attention, we are now starting this row with the triple crochet cluster, but just 2 triple crochet together. That is chain 4 and 1 triple crochet into the same space. Then we will skip the 2 chain 1s and the 1 double crochet in between and make a double crochet cluster into the chain 2 space of the cluster from last row. Now chain 3, skip the chain 1 and the double crochet and put a single crochet in the next chain space. That is the space between the two double crochets. Then chain 4 and 1 single crochet in the next space. Chain 4, 1 single crochet in the next space. Repeat one more time. So we'll have 3 chain 4 in total. Then we will chain 3 and make a double crochet cluster into the next cluster space. Now chain 2, 1 double crochet in the chain 3 space. Chain 2 again. Another double crochet in the next chain 3 space. Then we'll just repeat the previous steps. Chain 2, 1 double crochet cluster into the cluster space. Chain 3, skip chain 1 and 1 double crochet, put a single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Repeat the chain 4 and single crochet on the fan space. Then chain 3 and a double crochet cluster into the next cluster space. After that, we are ending this row with 2 triple crochets together on the last chain 2 space. Row 10. Chain 1, turn, slip stitch twice until you reach the chain 2 space of the double crochet cluster from last row. And from now on, we'll be starting each row with the double crochet cluster. Now chain 3 and a single crochet in the next chain 4 space. Chain 4 again and a single crochet in the next chain 4. Next we'll chain 3 and a double crochet cluster into the next chain 2 cluster space. Now repeat the steps of chain 3 and 1 double crochet into the chain 3 space 3 times for the following 3 stitches. Chain 3 again and a double crochet cluster into the next cluster space. And you know the rest of the row is just repeating the steps in a reverse order. But don't forget to end the row with a double crochet cluster this time. Welcome to row 11. Again, we are starting the row with a double crochet cluster. chain 3 and a single crochet in the next chain 4 space, chain 4 and a single crochet in the next chain 4, chain 3 and a double crochet cluster in the next cluster space, next we will chain 3 and make a double crochet into the next chain 3 space and repeat this 3 times until we reach the next cluster space. Chain 3 again and a double crochet cluster in the next cluster space. Followed by a chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet in the next chain 4, chain 3, and ending the row with the double crochet cluster in the last chain 2 space. And this is row 11. We only have 2 more rows to go until we finish the head. Start row 12 with the double crochet cluster. Then chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 4 space, chain 3, another double crochet cluster into the next cluster space. Now repeat the chain 3 and double crochet combo in the next 5 spaces. After that, we'll chain 3 again and make a double crochet cluster into the chain 2 cluster space. Then chain 3, single crochet in the chain 4 space, chain 3, and end the row with another double crochet cluster into the last cluster space. Row 13. Chain 1, turn, make a slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and just do a chain 3 and a double crochet into the same space. This works as 2 double crochets together. Now make another 2 double crochets together into the next cluster space. Just like this. Now we will do the chain 3 plus 1 double crochet combo into the next 6 space. When we reach the next cluster, chain 3 and make 2 double crochets together in this chain 2 space, followed by another 2 double crochet together into the next chain 2 space. And we have row 13 done. From row 14, we'll be making one of the ears. And we will reattach yarn on the other side and make the other ear. Row 14. First we chain 1, then turn, make a slip stitch into the same stitch, chain 3, make a double crochet into the same stitch. That is 2 double crochets together for this stitch. Now chain 2 and make 2 double crochets together into the next stitch. Chain 3, make a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 3 again, and a double crochet cluster in the next stitch. That's it, that's row 14. Moving on to row 15, we are starting the row with a double crochet cluster in that chain space. Then chain 2, double crochet in the center stitch, chain 2, double crochet in the same center stitch. That's another V-stitch. And then chain 2 and a double crochet cluster in the last cluster space. There you go, you have row 15. And row 16 to row 18, we are repeating row 15. So it's 2 double crochet clusters on both sides and 1 V-stitch in the center. I'll meet you at row 19. Row 19, again we will chain 1, turn, slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and make 1 double crochet cluster into the same space. Now chain 3, single crochet into the center space, chain 3, end this row with a double crochet cluster in the last cluster space. For row 20, we start with a double crochet cluster as before. And after that, we'll just make another double crochet cluster into the last chain 2 space. So this row is made of 2 double crochet clusters only. Okay, row 21, chain 1, turn, slip stitch into the chain 2 space, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the same space, and put 2 double crochets together into the next chain 2 space. And the ear is finished. Now you just chain 2, cut the yarn and fasten off. Now let's work on the other ear. To make the other ear, we will reattach yarn in this stitch. That's the first 2 double crochets together of the row 13. Start with the chain 3 and make 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 2 and make 2 double crochets together in the next stitch. Chain 3 and a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3 again and a double crochet cluster in the next stitch. The rest is just repeating the other side from row 15 to row 21. I will not be showing this again because it's boring, so if you have any questions or doubts, just play back to that part. I'm sure you will handle this pretty well because it's really not a complicated pattern here. Once you finish everything, just use a needle to weave in all the ends and hide the yarn in between the stitches, and it will be done. So after I finished the rabbit, I was planning to just stick it onto the window, but then I found this frame I purchased from Michael's maybe a few months ago, and it was a perfect fit for this rabbit. If you have a bigger or smaller frame, you can just adjust the yarn size and the hook size to make a rabbit that could fit in your frame. You can also block the piece before you frame it, but for me, I think using a glue gun to secure the rabbit head, it's good enough for me, so I didn't do that. But you can totally do it. I'm sure it will look even better. Just forgive me for my laziness. And one more thing to pay attention to is if you have a frame that is like have a space in between the cloth and the glass, make sure to put more glues into the piece and also into the center of the piece so they won't fall out when you put them on the wall. And there you have it. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry out and I can put it into the frame. Now the glue is dry and let's put it back and see how it looks in the frame. Ta-da! There you have it! A framed rabbit hat for the year of rabbit. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and ended up making one of these with me. Give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you like my work. And I promise I will upload more videos in no time. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!